To kick off for Denver.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the Cowboys' 3-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Ezekiel Elliott.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Good.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The first down carry by Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
On the carry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
At the 8-yard line.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. Now to the air, Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
Complete to number 14.
Cortland Sutton, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making a few of his mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 23. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Alexander Johnson.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 14, Cowboys nothing.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. His throw incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Flushed out right. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Cowboy field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Locke to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again. Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Got a man, it's Jeudy, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
First down, Denver.
Locke now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Now a handoff looking right.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. Here's Locke. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And now it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Locke working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Complete to number 80.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
Here's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke, flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Locke taking the snap at 1. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Cowboys 3. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for KJ.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Locke pass. Intercepted.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
2 yards on the pick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Watch time. Tight end right. Hey. 4 down. Check 31. Kill.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Check. Lucky. Switch. Ready.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down, Denver.
Shift. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Let happen.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
He was brought down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well.
He's got it at the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The ball carried.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
On the tackle. A pickup
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
7-yard line.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Broncos add on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That's good.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Let's go, team. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Time is the money. Not today, you are. Not today.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Prescott on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 20.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On 1st and 10, Prescott is going to find his running back. It's complete. The 30. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. This is Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
He was brought down by
back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Who that? Who that? Here we go, 47. Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Hey, watch the slant.
Prescott to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Prescott.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down.
47. Mike 40. Mike 40. Check, 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 check. Check, check,
Prescott on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
3 plays and out.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
10 yards on the pickup.
They go down lead again. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And that touchdown there, it's not going to get him a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The tackle there by Antoine Woods. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
The kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch the screen. Jim, H3, 218, chopper.
A lot going to throw it here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will extend this big lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.